The grass is not greener anywhere.
Glad I can help you find a way out of this rut you're in. But you need to be willing to listen, you need to be willing to try. I'm not interested, Mom. I've made up my mind. I'm leaving this town, I'm starting a new life. And there is nothing you can do to stop me. Fine, Glad. If that's what you want, then that's what you'll do. But please, be careful. Please think about what you're doing, and don't say I didn't warn you.
Glad nods, a determined look on her face. Her mother looks at her, a mix of sadness and concern on her face.
I love you, Glad. No matter what you do, I'll always love you. I love you too, Mom. But I have to do this. I have to follow my heart, no matter where it leads.
Glad's mother nods, a small smile on her face. She knows that her daughter is determined to leave, and she can't stop her. All she can do is hope that Glad will find what she's looking for, and that she'll be happy.
Just be careful, Glad. The grass may look greener on the other side, but it's not always as green as it seems. I will, Mom. I promise.
Glad's mother nods, a sense of resignation on her face. She knows that her daughter is going to do what she wants, no matter what. All she can do is hope that Glad will be happy, and that she'll find what she's looking for. Glad packs her bags and leaves the small town, determined to start a new life in the city. She's excited to leave behind the familiar streets and faces, and to explore new opportunities and experiences. Her mother watches her go, a mix of sadness and concern on her face. Months go by, and Glad settles into her new life in the city. She finds a job, makes new friends, and starts to build a new life for herself. But as time goes on, she begins to realize that the city isn't all she thought it would be. The cost of living is high, the traffic is terrible, and the people are rushed and unfriendly. Glad starts to feel overwhelmed and stressed, and she begins to wonder if she made a mistake by leaving her small town. She misses her family and friends, and she starts to feel lonely and isolated.
Glad, I told you that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Every place has its own problems and challenges. I know, Mom. I was so blinded by my desire for something new and exciting that I didn't think about the potential downsides. It's okay, sweetie. We all make mistakes. But the important thing is that you're learning from them. You're realizing that the grass isn't greener anywhere, and that every place has its own unique challenges and opportunities. Yeah, Mom. I'm starting to see that. I'm starting to appreciate the things I had in our small town, and I'm starting to think about what's really important to me. That's my girl, Glad. You're growing and learning, and that's all any of us can ask for.
Glad and her mother talked for a while longer, catching up and discussing Glad's plans for the future. As they talk, Glad starts to feel a sense of peace and clarity that she hasn't felt in a long time.
Thanks, Mom. I think I'm starting to figure things out. I'm proud of you, Glad. You're a strong and capable woman, and I know you'll make the right decisions for yourself.
Glad hangs up the phone, feeling a sense of gratitude and appreciation for her mother's wisdom and guidance. She realizes that she's been given a second chance, and she's determined to make the most of it. As Glad looks out the window, she sees the city in a new light. She sees the beauty and the ugliness, the opportunities and the challenges. And she knows that she's exactly where she's meant to be. The grass may not be greener anywhere, but Glad has learned that it's not about the grass at all. It's about the journey, the growth, and the lessons learned along the way. And with that realization, Glad is finally at peace, knowing that she's exactly where she's meant to be. The end.